Hi everybody, welcome back to another round of Canje Plays and back to Lobotomy 2. So we've got the board set up to start off, and basically how the story goes is that we are in an insane asylum and we want to get out. And we are the patients that are in here. We don't know how we got here. We don't know why we're in here. We don't know if we belong in here. Right now we just know we're in our cells and we want to get out of the asylum to find out what's going on. We don't know what's real. We don't know what's not real. We just know getting out is key, and it is very important. And so that's what we're working on in this playthrough of Lobotomy 2. Basically, in the campaign book, it tells you how to set up every single encounter. For some parts, especially in the tutorial, things will get a little wonky on when to activate what, but like I said, I will work with you on this as we go through. The one thing that I did change was instead of not giving our characters their starting disorders, which you would do in every single game that you play except for the tutorial, I just started you there. We don't have the hunt track built up, but that's going to come in as well because timing of the tutorial is very important for what we're going to go through. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off by giving one of our characters the first player token, and then they will begin. Movement is basically based on blocks. Anywhere that you see a white line or a doorway or anything separates this. So this right here is one space. This is one space. This is one space. So is that. So is that. So is that. So is that. So in this scenario, when you're starting off, you're in your room, and then you're going to draw the first card on the scenario deck as it instructs you, scenario S1, EC1, to determine what to do and how to play. What am I doing here? Am I back in this hellish hospital? The distant cries suggest I must be. I could have sworn I made it home. Maybe it was all a dream. Maybe the only thing I can be certain of is the knowledge that I have escaped before, even if it was just in my mind. And if I've done it once, I could do it again. But first, I better open these doors that keeps me here. So it basically says, when anyone opens a door that has a number token 1 or 2 on it, we advance this story. So we have our characters here. We need to get out. Here are our 3 characters. I've put the first player token on Wicked Jimmy, so we'll go ahead and get started. So Wicked Jimmy has 3 actions that he can take. When you choose to move, you get 2 movement points. 1 movement point can be used to open a door as it goes. So Wicked Jimmy is going to start his turn to... First action point is to open a door, so we'll flip that open to the open side. And then his second movement point of that action will be to move in this location. So that is his first action, 2 movement points. Makes sense, right? Then he's going to take his second action. He's going to open this door here, and then he's going to move over here. And then his third action is you guessed it, we're going to open up this door here. And instead of moving, we're going to open up this door for a movement point. So we spent the 2 movement points to open up all those doors, open up the doors for everyone. And we've activated this, which means we're going to go to SA1. From the mist-soaked corridor, you open the door to another foggy corridor. The door must have been soundproof, as now the faint yelling you could previously hear has turned into a clear symphony of screams, pained howls, and anguished weeping. This place is eerily familiar, yet disturbingly different. You can't be certain if you've ever been here or just somewhere like it, but that can't be right. Surely there can be no other place like this. Surely a just universe would not allow it. Forcing yourself out of your reverie, you realize that the corridor beyond contains shapes moving in the mist. Moving? Maybe lumbering or prowling would be a better description, as something about their movements suggests a lurking danger. Maybe you should find something with which to defend yourself before they... No! It's too late as one of the shadows spins around towards you, malevolent eyes glowing red through the fog. You have no time to arm yourself, no time to even curse or mutter a silent prayer as it leaps towards you and you prepare to fight for your life. We've now set up the board to match what was shown in the book, so for people who own the game, this is the setup that you'll need to see. These are lockers that are here with items in them that you can use. You can also spend your action to look for junk in a room. So the actions that you can have, you can move, trade, search for junk, attack, use an ability action. You could change your loadout if you have things just kind of not equipped to yourself. You can do a search action, which is looking in those lockers. You can use or gain a disorder action if you need to. You can upgrade card actions, upgrade attributes, and upgrade character actions. All of these make use of, some of them make use of action points, some of them don't, but the action points for moving is kind of what we're going through, and we're going to keep it pretty basic right now, not to throw all of that at you at once, right? But if we're in these rooms, we can spend an action to search, which basically means we'll use that lovely light symbol of kind of trying to identify things, roll those dice, and see if we draw any junk for any successes that we have. But for right now, we've got monsters that have shown up around. We'll take a look here. We'll take a look at these monsters as these things come up in our playthrough, so I don't throw everything at you at once. However, Wicked Jimmy took his 3 actions, so therefore his turn is over. We are then going to go to Demi Hawkins' turn. So on Demi Hawkins, she has the spell scroll to hit within range. So she is going to do her first move action to move 1, and I think it's range... Oh, it's up to range 2 we could do this. So she'll do 1 and 2 to stand right here. And then she is going to do her ranged action to do an attack. Demi's spell scroll attack that she has here has with a range 0 to 2, and it uses her willpower numbers to roll. If we remember here, her willpower is 3, so she'll be rolling 3 green dice against this monster for her attack. The monster itself, which is an orderly, his defense, so he has an attack and he has a defense set. For his defense, he's going to roll 2 blue dice and gain 1 just extra block. So basically he has 1 innate block and he's going to roll 2 blue dice. If on any of those blue dice he rolls a lightning symbol, that will be his deflect ability, which means I'm going to take a damage. Basically, he deflects. I still attack him, but I get hit for 1 damage for what he rolls. Now, how much health does he have? If we look up here in the corner, he has 2 health and a movement of 1. So this is a... oh, wait, this is the elite. I have it on the wrong side. It should... Nope, that's empowered elite. Nope, he is an elite monster. That is him. So we do have it on the right side. So we have to roll this. So we're going to roll 3 green and 2 blue dice to see how we do and if we're able to take this monster out. So we rolled... Ooh, that's... Oh, this was a sanity one. So we rolled 2 sanity and 1 success. So we will gain... Basically, we're going to gain 2 crazies on our die to be able to use. So we built that up. So we've only done 1 damage. Nope, he had 1 innate shield, so he actually blocked all of our damage. I do have a blue pill, but I don't want to re-roll a blue die. So that doesn't sound great. So that will be the end of our second action. For Demi Hawkins' third action, she is going to use her Mind Over Matter spell to bump that 3 up to a 4, which means she's going to now be rolling 4 green dice against 2 and an innate block that they have for what we need to roll. We can also... That's an attack with Brainstorm. Ooh, we could do Brainstorm. Yeah, we could do Brainstorm. Actually, that's a better idea. Instead of using Mind Over Matter, she is going to use Brainstorm as her last action. So with range 0 to 2, she's going to attack, and she could spend any amount to do 2 damage of this. So she's going to spend both of those to make that 4 damage incoming, plus whatever I add here. So let's check that out and see how that goes. So he's still going to roll his 2 dice, but right now I'm at 4 hits on him. And so that'll make it 5, and he's going to block 1, 2, and the innate one, which will block that. So basically he's blocking 3, I'm hitting him for 2, which he only has 2 health, so I do defeat him, and he dies. When a monster is defeated, they are removed from the board, and I will gain 1 insane token for doing that. I spent the 2 to do the Brainstorm attack, which was actually pretty cool. That was actually pretty cool. And then I will use this within range 3, but it doesn't says it doesn't ignore line of sight. To do my quest, I use Mind Over Matter to move a monster to space with a character 4 times. So I cannot do that. But that is the end of her actions. Those were her 3 actions. She moved, she attacked, and then she did her Brainstorm attack to win. Finally, we have Matt Riggs. Matt Riggs' turn he is going to move... Ooh, his is very melee. He's a melee style person. So he can do I think his first action is he's going to do a search. Actually, it's not a search. Let me correct that. It is a loot. Search is searching in the lockers. Loot is anywhere on the board. Once per turn, you could do that action. I'm thinking about doing that to get some, to try to build this up a little bit to find some junk and pull in the junk bag. But I'm wondering if I should just do 1, 2, open this door. But I won't be able to fight that monster. Yeah, where they're ending is not good. So I will do. Let's play this. Let's play this where it lays. Let's play this where it lays. I'm going to spend 1 action to search for some junk. So I'm going to loot, which is to search for some junk. So basically, you take the junk bag, you reach in here, and you pull out what you're going to get. I've pulled out some paper. So I've got some paper that I found in the room. So that is 1 junk. So that's my first action. My second action is I'm going to move, because I need to be able to help them out. We could split up the damage a little bit, which isn't too bad. Yeah, because just the dogs are coming. My second action is I'm going to move here. And then my third action is I'm not going to do anything. Because, yeah, that's how this is going to go. So that's going to end our turn. Okay, let's talk about the monster's turn. So first of all monsters will move at the beginning. First of all, if we had the hunt track would advance, but we're not doing that yet. All monsters are going to move. And if you look at the bottom of the Hellhound track, you'll see that the Hellhound moves 2. That's the reason why I was a little bit nervous, but we'll see how it plays out. So the Hellhounds are going to move 2. And one thing that you have to keep in mind in this game, all monsters can move through closed doors. Not walls, so this thing can't go through walls, but it can move through closed doors because it is your delusion that's going on, so you should be able to play with it. So it's going to move 1, 2, 1, 2. These monsters here, which are the state troopers that build up, as you can see, the state troopers only move once. I do not want to fight them because they hurt me. So this is going to move 1, and this will move 1 in this direction. The closest path to get to a character. Then, after you do that, you basically take the spawn deck. I'm going to give it a shuffle so you can see there's no shenanigans here as we do our shuffling and build out of this game. So let's just go ahead and shake it up, shake it up, shake it up. And then we're going to draw spawn cards for as many characters in the game. So since there are 3, we're going to draw 3 spawn cards. And we're going to spawn those monsters in those locations. So let's take a look at these spawn cards and see what's coming out to plague our life. Our first spawn card is going to be a state trooper, and it will be on that blue candle symbol. Our second spawn will be an orderly coming on that symbol, and our third spawn will be a state trooper on that symbol. So we take a state trooper, spawning him on this symbol. We take the orderly on that symbol there, and then we take this and another state trooper on that symbol, and then these are discarded. When the spawn deck is empty, you just reshuffle it back up, or if you find the reshuffle card, you reshuffle it back up again. Now, any monster that is in your space will perform an attack. We've got 2 Hellhounds that have come to plague us, and we get to determine when it's here, we get to determine who's going to get hit. So the Hellhounds themselves, for their attacks, as you can see, they're going to roll 2 green dice, and if they get a lightning symbol, it will be a success on a hit for them. So that is basically how they're going to work. This card breaks down for you all attack, defense, and if we try to move out of a space with a Hellhound, basically we will take a lot of sanity damage when that happens, which we don't want to. If any of our stats go to 0, we die. That's how it shakes out. And they're going to roll the same for us. So they're going to be rolling 2 dice against our characters. And for our defense, remember, we get to look at our straight jacket, which gives us 1 blue to start off, which we haven't upgraded, which this is going to be what it's going to be rolled against. I'm going to let the first Hellhound attack Matt Riggs, and the second Hellhound attack Wicked Jimmy, because if you hit John Wick, remember, defeat 2 monsters that dealt damage to you. So I'm going for the quest. So it'll be those 2 that'll be getting hit. This is where we're going to go. All right, let's roll this up and see how we do. Do we live? What do we got? Oh my gosh, that's 4 damage. 4 damage and 1 block. Woohoo! Well, Wicked Jimmy is going to spend his green to re-roll this double hit, because that's just awful. So we'll just re-roll that. Alright, so it's still 4 damage. Sweet, that's great. So he's going to, but he blocks 1, so he's going to take 3 damage. Then we'll go to Matt Riggs getting hit. Matt Riggs, so he had a block. It's a blank and 1, so he nullifies that. He'll take No damage. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. So that is the enemy turn. Then what you do is you take the first player token, pass it to the right one, and then Demi goes first as her attacks. Well, she's in a fun spot. She's in a real fun spot. So she is going to, and she should have lost a health for her last brainstorm. So when she used brainstorm last time, she should have taken a damage, which now she does. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is fun. This is fun. There's a lot of things that need to happen. I think what's going to happen, she is going to use her mind over matter to move this hellhound here, which completes one of the 4 times that she needs to do that. So we will put 1 completion on there for her to say that she's done it once, and this is only once per round she could do it. It's not even action, it's just an ability for her to use her abilities to do. The second thing she's going to do is she's going to use her stress relief ability that doesn't cost an action point. So she hasn't used any of her actions yet, which is going to be to activate to restore 1 health to yourself, and I could spend 1 sanity to instead restore 1 health to all characters within range of 0 to 1 of me, so everyone in there. So she's going to spend this, and that means she's going to use this ability, which goes on a cooldown. So she will put this on a cooldown of 2, and everyone, so she'll heal that 1 off of her, heal him for 1, and he doesn't have any damage, so we don't have to worry about that. Cool. Now we pause because we did some damage. Let's go ahead and take a look at what the story has to tell us. If it bleeds, we can kill it. Your eyes refuse to take in all the details of the malformed abomination confronting you. You don't need to know the details, don't need to know how it came to be, don't need to know its motivation. You just need to know that it can be defeated. Alright, so now let's go ahead and take her turn. So let's see, so we moved 1. We could do some attacking. I think if she's able to kill one of these dogs, that might be helpful. I think that's what we can do. She's going to attack with a spell scroll, rolling 3 dice against the dog that's in for her first action. So he'll defend with 1, she'll roll with 3, and if we roll the lightning symbol on the blue die, it's a dodge which ignore all effects of the attack. So if she's going to apply burn or apply dazed or anything, those get ignored. However, the damage still goes through. It's just the effects of the attack. So 1 blue, 3 that she's rolling. I've already used my mind over matter, so that's closed off. So there we go. This is what our roll's going to be. All right, we are going to shake it up and let's see how we do. So I will gain 1, but I'll be doing 1, 2, 3 damage to him. So those lovely hellhounds only have 1 health, so they are defeated. I will gain my 1 crazy for that roll and be good. So the hellhound here will be defeated, and then because I defeated it, I will gain another crazy. And this dog will be removed from the board. So that was my first action. My second action is I am going to brainstorm right there in that hallway. So my second action is I'm going to do brainstorm. So I'm going to spend 2. I'm going to roll 1, and I'll be doing 4 damage. Oh, it's to 1 target. It's to 1 target. This is not 2 targets. This is 1 target. Ooh, that might not be great. That might not be a best use of my time. I can say that I can... Her blurred vision ability says, draw a spawn card for each individual non-boss monster on your space. Blank the monster to the newest spawn space of the corresponding color. The monster is defeated if an event or reshuffles again. So it's summoning monsters potentially to see how things go. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to just do a brainstorm attack, spending 1 of these. Actually, I'm going to do my spell scroll attack. So I'll be rolling 3 dice against the pup within range to first do for my second attack. So we'll do another one of those. So we're going to shake these up, roll them, see how we do. That is nothing, but because I have 1 of these, this is the reason why I have this, I'm going to spend 1 of these to re-roll one die while attacking. I'm going to re-roll this die. That was a miss, and hopefully it'll be good. And that is not good, so we will spend the other passive one to try to re-roll as well. Wow, that is just straight awful. So I'm getting the 2 I spent back, and I do 1 damage. My lightnings don't do anything, and he blocks that damage fairly easily, which is fantastic. However, I am going to spend my blue pill to re-roll this die and see if we can get him to miss completely. Yes! We'll take another crazy, which is fine. You can only have a max number of 6. But spending this pill had us re-roll that die that he had, and it turned into nothing. So therefore, we did hit him, we did kill him, and for killing him, we will gain another crazy, which is fantastic. Alright, Puppy's been defeated and removed from the board. Now, we're going to target Chuckles over here to see what we're going to do. And this time, we are going to spend 1, 2, 3 of these to do 6 damage to him. I'll lose 1 health, which is okay. Let's make sure we do that this time. So that's 6 damage, and I'm going to roll 1 green against a brown and a blue for him. So I'm doing 6 damage out the gate, and we're going to see how much more damage we do to him. Alright, so let's roll it up and see how this plays out. So 7. So that's 7 damage. He had 2. So that's all he did. He just blocked 2 of the 7. He only has 1 health. So we destroyed him. He is gone completely, and we will gain a crazy back for beating him, which is fantastic. So we gained our crazy. He is removed from the board, and that was my 3rd action for her. She is stupidly strong. They pose no threat to me. He needs to go away. So we need to find a way to get there. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have Wicked Jimmy. The monsters that dealt him damage are dead. Actually, it's Matt Riggs' turn if we're moving in that cycle, so we'll have Matt Riggs go. He's going to do a move for 1, 2, that's here. And then he is going to do some attacking. The first thing he's going to do is spend an attack point to do this attack to this monster in this space. So therefore, he's going to be rolling. We're gonna start using these abilities and see how they play out. So he's going to be rolling 2 green and 2 red against that monster's 2 blue and an innate block to see what we have. We'll place a cooldown of 3 on this as we get ready to do this wonderful, wonderful second attack. Alright, so we're going to roll all these wonderful dice and see how we do. Wow, that is garbage. That is straight trash. Are you kidding me? This is like the worst roll. This is the worst roll that you can roll. This just needed to be blank, and this would be the worst roll I could roll. So he blocks this, and then he has an innate one that blocks the other one. And all I get from this is just a crazy that comes on. Fantastic. An epic roll that epically failed. Awesome. Well, we are going to try to do this again. This time it just has to be a regular attack where he's going to be rolling 3 blue dice. Jeez. And he's going to be rolling this. So let's go ahead and just... Yeah, this ought to be fun. This ought to be fun. So my 3rd attack. Cool. Cool. So he blocked those 2, and then his innate one blocked the other one. Yay! And then look, I get another crazy out of it, which was fantastic. I'm rolling hot dice tonight, people. I'm rolling hot dice. Fun times. Yep. So that was his 2nd and 3rd action as he was here, and it did not work for him. So, Wicked Jimmy, it's your turn. You've got to pull a rabbit out of your hat on this one. So we're gonna do 1. I don't even know if I want to fight this guy. We're going to do 1, 2, to just kind of get the movement going. And then we are going to, we're just going to do a regular attack. I want to be in the space so I can loot that chest and get something better. So we'll be rolling 3 dice, once more against the 2 blues. And we'll be doing our 2nd attack against that. Alright, well let's see if we can do better than we did last time. How are we doing? Wow. That was something. Well, I get 3 crazy out of all of it, which is good. I guess. Which is good. I don't know. No, it's not. It's not. That was a disaster. Okay, well, let's try to do something. So I have 4, he has 3, so I just hit him for 1 damage. Out of all of that, I just hit him for 1 damage, and I gain a crazy. So he has 3 block. I don't have any pills to get rid of anything. I can re-roll 1 die with my regular attack. It did say I can re-roll 1 die. Let's re-roll this. And if this comes up blank or a star, we beat him. If it doesn't, I'm going to be super sad. I hate you, game. I hate you so much. I feel it with the passion of 1,000 suns. So, there we go. This orderly is elite. Well, it's our turn, which is fun. So, the monster's turns, of course, they're going to move. And this one doesn't need to move because it's in space. And then we were going to draw 3 spawn cards. And let's take a look at what these 3 spawn cards are. This is why I said you should start with your disorders, because you roll like me, it's just bad. So we're going to have a state trooper showing up in red, a dog showing up in red, and a dog showing up in yellow. I think we're going to die. So we have a state trooper showing up in red, a dog showing up in red, and a dog showing up in yellow. We are so going to die. It's going to be impressive. Alright, well now the monsters are going to attack. Well, the state troopers have this lovely ability that I think I need to show you. So the state troopers have this ability when they attack. They're going to roll 2 green dice. If they roll a lightning symbol, they are going to infect our strength. Well, her strength is 1. So if her strength falls to 0, she dies. Poof! If any of your attributes fall to 0, you immediately die. So this is fun. That's gonna be fun for her. That's gonna be fun for her. So we're gonna see how this goes. So she's gonna roll her 1 blue. I'm gonna roll 2 green, and if I roll a lightning symbol, she's dead. So she will take 1 damage and gain 1 crazy. So she will be at 2 damage, and that is what she takes from that state trooper. Woo, that was close. The dog, however, attacks for 2 green and 1 blue. So the dog in her space is going to attack her. Oh my gosh, all she gets is... Wow. Game is teasing me for real. Okay. Next up is going to be the orderly attacking. So the orderly's attack is actually going to be rolling a red and a green, which will probably be the ultimate for him to get in range 0 to 1. And any lightning symbols on those dice give him an extra success. The first attack, of course, has to go against Wicked Jimmy. So it's going to be a red and a green, and Wicked Jimmy just has a blue to block. So let's see how much damage I'm going to take. What is happening? So I blocked both attacks, and the lightning was on mine, not his, so he doesn't get that extra. I blocked all damage. Whoa. Then the puppies are going to attack, which is here, which will be on Matt Riggs. So let's roll that. And Matt Riggs is going to take 2 damage. So these are only success on tests, not on blocking. So he will take 2 damage himself. All right, Matt Riggs is taking 2 damage. Wicked Jimmy. So then we will pass this to Matt Riggs' section for it to be his turn. Cool. Cool. So what are we gonna do? Okay, well, we'll say let's I don't know. Let's go ahead and do an attack. Why don't we? Oh, and we're supposed to do the cooldowns. Let me not forget, everybody cools down their ability. That's going on. And then we take our turns. So I think Matt Riggs is going to attack. He's going to roll his 3 against the dog's 1. So let's see if we can kill that dog and see how it goes. All right, so 3 on 1. How are we doing? He blocks 1. I hit him for 3. Sweet. So he is going to die. Matt is going to get a sanity for killing the dog. There was nothing on the symbols for him to gain. So, yay. The dog will be removed. We gave him his crazy fort, which leaves this. So his second action, boy, we are so going to try to do this and see how it works. So it's going to be against 2 blue and an 8. Wish me luck. So his second action, let's see how we do. Horrible. We do horrible. We do so bad. Why is this happening? So that is going to give us our second for that symbol that's here. This guy is The ultimate fighter. He is the ultimate fighter. He will live forever. He will live forever. Well, third action. Nothing else for me to do. Actually, before we do... No, not yet. It's not time to do that yet. Let's do our third action. So I hit him for 2 plus that makes it 3. He has 1 innate block, so I actually kill him. And I gain a crazy for it, but I actually killed him. Cool. Shock is genuine, so he dies. And I will gain another crazy, which puts me at my max limit of 6. I just can't gain any more than that. I just have to spend them all. But once I do, if I want to use my quest, I have to spend 6 to complete my quest, and then I flip, and then I have to spend 6 to flip. So it'll be interesting to see how that shakes out. But his turn's over, so it is Wicked Jimmy's turn. Wicked Jimmy's first action is going to be to loot. So we will look at the symbol on here. We will grab that many blue dice, and what we're looking for is stars for this test to see what he's going to get. Okay, so when we're doing this test, we take the loot token, we flip it over, and basically we get these symbols on the back. Now basically what I'm going to roll is I'm going to roll 3 blue dice, because that's how much of the idea lights that he had, and I'm going to roll those. And I got 1. Sweet. Awesome. Awesome. This game loves me so much. I got 1 success on this test. I didn't get 4 successes, or 2, so I don't get anything except for 1 junk. So I will grab the loot bag, dive into the loot bag, and see what I draw. I drew a piece of paper. So that's what I found in that chest, just a piece of paper. Amazing. You dig through the locker trying to find something, anything of use, but you're just not seeing it. All that's there is the usual trivia anybody might leave in their locker while pulling a shift at work. A near empty wallet, baseball cap, bag of sandwiches. In desperation, you gaze frantically around the room, but you see nothing more than trash, crumpled paper, empty paper cups, an old broken table leg. Nothing even as useful as a lobotomy spike. Your head starts to spin, your visions blur, your mind twists as ideas start to flow and reality takes a back seat. You suddenly feel a reassuring weight in your hand, and looking down you see a brand new razor-sharp lobotomy spike where moments ago you could have sworn there had been a table leg. Is it an illusion? A product of real magic? Just your warped imagination? You neither know nor care, though you do wonder why you didn't think of an assault rifle or bazooka. So I didn't find any of that. I found paper, and this gets removed. Our job is to look through all 4 of those before we can advance. But that was the first action by Mr. Sir here. My second action is going to be to take a pot shot at that guy, because we need to help her. She's in a little bit of trouble. So we're going to get to roll our 3 dice against his brown and blue die for what we got. Alright, so let's roll up and see how we're doing. We are doing awful. We're doing just all types of awful. All types of awful. Yeah. Nope. Yeah, that blocker right there got us. So that was our second action. Let's let our third action to do the attack again. And I seem to like to roll 1 a lot. There we go. That's better. So I rolled 1, 2, 3, 4, and these are hits. And basically add a success if they're not my range is one of my passive abilities. So that's 5. You block 3. That's enough. You're dead. So we will kill that, and we will gain 1 crazy for that. So we will gain 1 crazy, take care of this guy, and that will be good for defeating that enemy. I really wish I had another action, because I could curve the bullet and hit everyone in this room. But I can't, because that was my third action since my second one sucked. Alright, Demi Hawkins' turn. She is in a little bit of a pickle. So what does she want to do? I think it's time for her to save her skin with her blurred vision. So basically she's going to use this, putting it on a cooldown of 3. And then she is going to draw a spawn card for each individual non-boss monster on her space, which is 2. So she's going to draw this card and draw this card. This one will be for you, and this one will be for you. So we'll keep them just like that as we show them in our display. Alright, so the one for the State Trooper is going to be yellow. So we're going to blink that monster to the yellow space, basically from what the ability says. Alright, let's read it again. Draw a spawn card for each individual non-boss monster on your space. Blink the monster to the nearest spawn point of the corresponding color. The monster is defeated if an event or reshuffle spawn card is drawn. So she will blink that monster away to the yellow space. Ooh, that's not good for our friends. And then the other spawn card is going to be the event card, which is for the puppy, who will be defeated. So the puppy's defeated, taken out. Event cards are cards that just kind of, if they're an event for a specific scenario, that's when you pull and say what that's going to happen. But right now, that was fantastic, because that got rid of, that was not even an action. Ugh. That was not even an action. That makes me happy. That makes me happy that happened. Her next action is she's going to move. She should just say screw these guys and move away, which I think she will. She's going to move here and here, and then her last action is she's going to loot this. So her brain power is, her crazy smarts is 3 as well, so let's see what she finds. Alright, so we're going to roll 3 dice. How many successes will she get? She will get 3 successes. This here says that she won't get any junk, but she can spend 2 of those 3 to get a weapon. She can spend all 3 to get some equipment, which I think she probably needs. Her mind is her weapon. She doesn't need stronger weapons. I mean, a good ranged weapon would be amazing for her to choose, by the way. But she's going to spend all 3 to gain some equipment, which is this. And she will gain a glass cylinder. When drawn, all characters and monsters on your space lose 1 health. Shuffle this card into the equipment deck and draw 2 junk. Wow, that sucked. Why does this suck so bad for me right now? Okay, well, she drew 2 junk, which was this. And for her free action, she's going to spend these 2 junk to upgrade her defense, because this is dumb. So for her free action, she will upgrade. She has to spend 2 junk. So if we look at the straitjacket, it says if you spend 2 junk, you get to upgrade it. So these are the 2 junk that I'm going to spend immediately, throwing them back into the bag to gain an upgrade. And when you gain an upgrade, you basically take one of these upgrade checks and you put it on there to let you know that that's what's there. So she has put that there. Fantastic. That was a nice waste. So she blinked them for not an action. She moved 1, 2, and then she searched. So she has 1 more action left, and she actually has the range to try to kill that guy for 2 spaces away. So she's going to try with that last action. Let's do, yeah, it's your guy's problem if you can't beat him. Well, he has a brown, right? So, let's do. I can re-roll dice, so we're just going to stick with this and re-roll what we need to if I'm horrible at it. Alright, so let's roll and see what we're going to do. So, this is a cocked dice, so we'll have to re-roll that. Alright, so you are blocking 2. I'm coming in with 2. I'm going to spend 2 to re-roll some dice. I'm going to re-roll these 2. Because I'm looking for just 1 damage. That's all I'm looking for. 1 damage. Come on, game. You are killing me. You are killing me. We're going to spend the last 2 of what we had to re-roll them again, because it's a passive. It didn't say once per turn. Oh my god. Okay, cool. I will just take the sanity, move on with my life. That was her turn. She tried. Didn't work. Oh, this game is super crazy. Yes, the RNG is real, and my dice rolling terribleness is even realer. Cool. That ends her turn. Her turn's over. Monsters move turn. They are going to move here. And then we have to draw 1, 2, 3. And then let's see what spawns we're dealing with. Cool. We're dealing with a guard in yellow. Yep, that's great. A guard in blue. And a dog in yellow. We're so going to die. Okay, so we're doing a dog in yellow, a guard in yellow, and we're doing a guard here. All we have to do is just get to the lockers. That's all we have to do. You know, simple things. Last time when I demo played this, I got through this in 5 minutes. But it was because I wasn't rolling this horribly for you all. Yay! Fun time! So it's going to be Jimmy's going to take the hits, so they are rolling red, and I'm only rolling 1 blue, so we're going to see how that shakes up. So Jimmy's going to take this one hit. It is 1 damage and 1 crazy inbound. And that is perfectly fine. That is fine. My strength will be lowered by 1. So my strength goes from 2 to 1. The next attack is going to come from the other guard to Matt Riggs. 2 damage. Oh wait, I didn't roll a lightning symbol, so my health wouldn't have gone down. I didn't roll a lightning symbol. I'm going crazy. So he will take 2 damage going to 4, which is fantastic. And remember, Jimmy took 1 damage, so he'd go to 3. And then the dog. The dog will attack Jimmy. Why the heck not? Why won't he? Why won't he attack Jimmy? So the dog will attack Jimmy. He blocks that one, but he's maxed out on crazy, so that's it for that. Cool. This is fun. This is fun. So let's do cooldowns. This is fun, right? Right? We're having fun. Okay, so we do cooldowns. We pass the first player token to you. And then we are going to, so I got attacked once. So I'm going to curve that bullet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I'm doing 5, and I'm curving the bullet, which means I get to roll 3 red. Attack any monster. Any monster. This is piercing through armor, and any monster is going to die. Ugh, I thought this was an AoE. Maybe I don't want to do that. I want to wait until... I'm going to save that for something special. Give me back my 5. I'm going to save that for something special. We got to kill that monster that attacked you, though. I tell you what, I'll be able to get these back easy. Let me do curve the bullet on this guy. It would be nice to do a curve the bullet from far away, which would be fantastic. So I'm going to spend 5 of these to curve the bullet to roll for 3 against the state trooper. And we'll see how I roll. What could go wrong? Cool. All right, let's roll and see how we do. So we rolled... They blocked 1, and I hit him for 1, 2, 3, 4. So that blew his face right off, and I'll get 2 sanity, 1 from the die and 1 for killing that monster. And they will be removed from the board. All right, so we will remove that monster from the board. We gained our crazy from that, putting us back to 3. That was my first action. And because that was the monster that hurt me, which that was not very, that was not very, very nice. But I dealt damage to that monster that hurt me, so I gained 1 on my progress for my quest. What can we do? Cry. That seems adequate. Crying is well warranted. Let's just do a regular attack against the pooch. So that's going to be, he's only rolling 1 defense and I'm rolling 3. So we'll do this and see how they do. All right, let's roll it and see how it goes. That is all the damage I need to take that pooch out and gain my crazy for killing the dog. So I gain my crazy for killing, pooch is removed. And then finally, I do want to kill you. So we're just going to go for ham on this guy with just a regular attack. He'll roll a brown and a blue, and I'll roll my 3, and we'll see how it goes. Seems very John Wick-esque for this attack, so let's see how we do. Cool, we do so well. So well. So well, it's amazing that we do nothing. Yay, that was my 3rd action. Except for gain a crazy because, we can't hit the broadside of a barn. All right, well, it's Demi Hawkins' turn. Is it? So she's going to use 1 to open this door because we want to get out of here, right? And then move. Her second action is going to be to do that. So she's going to... Let's see if we can mess ourselves up more. So she'll roll 3 search dice. She gets 1 success. And when we flip this over... Ooh, look, I can get a pill. So I will get a pill and no junk. That's all I can do. Our pill we're going to pull from this is going to be a red pill. So that was her second action. Oh, boy. Her third action... I wonder if she should try to attack that guy. No, because she would die. I'm just going to move here. Then my turn. So that's my turn. So these are going to activate. They'll move here. This one will move here. We'll draw 3 spawn cards. Yay! This is the tutorial, people. And I haven't even gotten past the first stage of the tutorial. Like I said, usually the game just has you walk through it, so you can do a quick walk. You don't pull spawn cards or anything. But for this stage, this is kind of I'm showing you what to expect in the game as you play. We just need to unlock that last chest, and then we'll unlock the rest of the game and end this episode. But let's do this. The other episodes hopefully will be shorter, but let's see how this plays out. All right, we're spawning. Event 3. When we pull in Event 3, nothing happens. Because this is the tutorial, it's just nothing happens, nothing spawns. Event 1, nothing happens, nothing spawns. And we get a pup in green. And that's it. So we will take this pup, put it in green, and then let the magic happen. So, I'm going to let Wicked Johnny, because that'll get him the 2 that he needs, go for getting punched by this guy. It's not ideal, but it is what it is. You're rolling 2 greens against my 1 blue, and then we'll let her, and we'll show you with her upgraded how that works. Okay, so we're going to get roll. What? Block, 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 block. Pew, pew. So then we're coming with the pup, who's going to roll 2 green against Demi Hawkins. But she gets 1, but remember she upgraded, so she's going to get another for the block. So that's what we're going with. We'll see if it works. Yeah, 1, 2. That makes it 3. That's 1, 2 for me. So I just take 1 damage. So she's just going to take 1 damage from that, which is fantastic. Okay, then we do our cooldowns. And then we pass the first player, and we're ready to continue. Cool. Demi's turn. So on your turn, once he gets this, we end what we need to, and we get to move on. Thank God. Okay, so Demi's turn. She is going to move. She's going to use her once per turn movement to move a monster in a space. So she's going to move this monster here. And it has to be in a space with a character, so it doesn't uptick that, which is okay. I just wanted him out of the way. It's just a free action to do that, which is fantastic. The next thing she's going to do is she is going to... I really wish I had something like napalm this area, like this ability. So, which I probably am going to use that ability. So she's going to do that. Ooh, actually, it's within range 3. I don't have to move you. I can move you because we're line of sight. So, I'll do that. I'll move you in there, and then I will just attack. For my first action, I'll attack you. I'll let Napalm Man napalm with dragon breath in that area. So she's just going to attack Pooch for 3, and he only has 1. And we're going to roll and see what we do. All right, are we looking? That's beautiful. That's a beautiful roll right there. All right, so that takes that Pooch out. And I get my crazy for doing that, which is fantastic. So that was my first action. My second action is I'm going to attack that guy. So I'm going to be rolling 3. He's going to roll a brown and a blue. And let's see how we do. All right, let's see how this is going to work out. Wow. 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 Well, I'm going to spend these 2 to reroll 2 dice. So we know that you're blocking that. This is here, so I'm re-rolling these 2. The brown... Actually, the brown could be better. The brown could be better. I'm going to re-roll the brown. Keep that one there. Cool, so this is what we're looking at. Cool, cool. So we just needed 1 damage. We got it. We got it. Okay, so we got the 1 damage, so we will get the 1 crazy for killing this guy. And then our last action is to move 1, 2, and that's our turn. Then it goes to Riggs. Riggs! I'm going to need you to napalm blast that area like nobody's business. So, napalm blast in effect. We're rolling 2 red, 2 green in that area. Yeah, it's just an AoE attack with burn. And they'll roll... I don't think they all get to defend against this. This is just kind of an AoE drop. So for the AoE drop, let's see what we're doing. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus lightning makes it 5. With 1 crazy coming in. So that's 5 damage inbound in an AoE drop. So I believe they don't roll for AoE, but I'm just going to roll just in case I'm wrong. And there's 3, which is fine because that napalm drop just needs to hit them for 1, so they're all dead. Cool. So we wipe out all 3 of these, and remember when I said I would only get 1. However, I'm still full, but I would only get 1 for that attack. So that was my first action. Second action is to open the door and move, and then third action is to do that. So let's roll. Oh my gosh, we did it. So let's roll and see how we do. I got 2 successes. So this chest says 2 will get me a pill, and then I get 2 junk. So I am going to gain a pill, but I'm also going to spend those 2 junk. So I'm going to gain a blue pill, and I am going to spend those 2 junk immediately to upgrade my broken glass to green dye, because I can't seem to find anything Rolf to get any loot that's worthwhile. Oh, and with that, we have completed gaining all the chests, which is the objective of this. So let's see what we have. We have guns. Lots of guns. No, we don't. At last, you finally have some tools to help you escape this place. No, I don't. Do you have enough? Nope. Who knows? But surely wasting time trying to find more just lets the staff, or whatever they call the devils in this place, close in on you. No way you're going to let that happen. Oddly, you can't recall seeing a way out of here when you explored. No stairs, no door, not even a fire exit. How can you get out of, there's no physical... How can you get out if there's no physical way? You hold your head in your hands and scream, no! And when you remove your hands and look up, the wall ahead of you is crumbled to make a gap to another room. Without the luxury of time to question what just happened, you press on through the breach in the wall. We're now going to show the recreation garden and the common area. And with that, the wall has crumbled open, and we've seen the... Oop, knock that around. We've seen the next part of the board that we're going to do. But we're going to end this section of the playthrough here, and when we come back, we'll play some more of the tutorial to see how it goes. Until then, I love you. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it.